So if you run a record label, this video is just for you. The complexity that a label manager have today is not the same as it used to be about like 20 or 10 or even 5 years ago. There are so many new challenges that we have to face every day with running a record label. And also the definition of record label has changed a bit when time went by. Hi, I'm Caspi from Shuffle, a marketing agency that works with musicians and record labels all around the world. We help record labels to understand how to build their marketing strategies in the best way for them. Now, we put a lot of attention on Spotify when it comes to promoting a record label. There are two main strategies for record labels to start working with us. The first strategy would be to build a Spotify playlist for the record label. That means that the record label would have a digital asset. In this case, they would have a playlist on Spotify that they would be able to promote the artists that are signed into the label in their own playlist. The second strategy would be to use the artists who are signed into the record label in order to promote the label itself. That basically means that we can use the data of the artists that are signed into the label in order to promote the label itself, but we're talking about some sort of like a backdoor kind of marketing strategy. And also it's important to say that there isn't just like one way in order to promote your record label. And today I want to show you an amazing case study that we did with a record label that we work with. And I want to focus today mostly about the playlist promotion that we did for them. So if you're ready, I'm ready, let's get it going. Okay, so now we're looking at Business Manager. This is the platform where you run campaigns from Facebook and Instagram into Spotify. And yes, this is where we're going to start. The first step of building a strong and a solid foundation of fan base on social media would be using Facebook and Instagram. This is where most of your fans are at the moment. It depends on your genre, but most of the people, the majority of the people are on Facebook and Instagram. So the best way to get to those people, to those listeners, and to bring them from point A to point B, in this case, from Facebook and Instagram into Spotify, would be to have this sponsored campaign that would try to attract their attention and maybe to convert them to be followers in your playlist. So I just want to have like a short, and a quick work through on the work process. So the first thing would be to build a Spotify campaign. Obviously, as you can see, this is the playlist that they have right now. It's called Well Kept Secret. It's being edited and created by Better Off Silent. This is the name of the label. Now, if I go back to Business Manager, you can see the campaign itself. You can see the results in here from the right side. You can see the exact dates that the campaign was live on air. And I want to focus with you on the main thing today. It's about the A/B testing. So once we have this campaign running, we're trying to understand who's the best targeted audiences, what's the kind of like best ad, and how can we get to the best listeners in the end of the day. Now, as you can see, we have three different ad sets. This is what we called ad sets because it's being divided into different sets. I call them just like ad groups, audiences groups, because it's easier for some of the people that we work with to understand how this thing actually look like. So just a second. Okay, so as you can see here, we have three different ad sets. We chose three different rappers from the hip hop. Yeah, it's a hip hop label. It's important to mention as well. Now we took three different kind of like interests from the hip hop world. We took Drake, the artist. We took Kendrick Lamar, and we took like hip hop as an interest in general. Now, as you can see, if I go here to the results section, you can see that there is a huge gap between the different ad sets, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But we worked with a daily budget of between 30 to 40 shekels. In dollars, it's something between $10 to $15. And as you can see, we had a total amount spent here of almost, let's see. We have almost, $1,500, and we reached into 13,000, almost 14,000 followers from this campaign. As you can see in here, we have only 8,000 people, and the majority of the people who came after the campaign came organically. The cost per result per conversion in this case was 50 cents, not cents, it's shekels. So in dollars, it's something between like 10 to 17 cents, which is a really nice results for a new record label. So we started talking before about the ad sets. Now, if I'm clicking on one of the ad sets in here, all right, so as you can see here, we have few different ads, and we're trying to test and to see what kind of like visual and also sound content, video clips or beats that the record label have, could attract most attention from social media into Spotify. Now, as you can see, also, we have a winning ad in here. This is an artist called Jazzy. This is the first sign up of the label, actually. And this specific ad brought the label 5,000 conversions. Now, I want to show you the ad real quick on the newsfeed on Facebook. This is how the ad looks like. Really short, kind of like copywriting on this case. We have a short snippet from the video clip itself. And all right, so great song. As you can see, the ad itself went really viral. We have 758 likes. We have 12 comments, 50 shares, and it happened for a reason. Like, the video clip is really vibing. It's really eye-catching, and to be honest, this is the kind of content that people would like to consume. It's easy listening, it's fun, and once they click the ad, they reach to the Spotify page of the record label, and they end up getting here to the well-kept secret section. Now, what is the marketing funnel and how things are working in the back end? So it's important to mention that we're not driving people straight ahead from Facebook and Instagram to Spotify. There's a landing page in the middle that if you click the ad itself, you're reaching to the landing page. Now, we work with HypeDit on this case just in order to get the right traffic into the right landing page, and then from there to navigate to Spotify. Now, if I click here, all right, so this is the landing page. We built it on HypeDit platform, great platform that we work with. And as you can see, there's only one button, to Spotify. Now, once I click this button, it brings me all the way here to the playlist page on Spotify. Now, why is it so important to have just one option in here? Because once you're giving people more options to click on more stuff, more likely they wouldn't click at all. So we just want to make things really easy for the targeted audiences and to make sure that we're optimizing the funnel and that we don't have any obstacles on the way to get to the final destination, in this case, the Spotify playlist. Now, as you can see here, we reached to 8,500 people. And this is most of the ads that we're running were beats or like either video clips that the record label have from artists that they work with. And this specific ad was the winning ad. Now, the next step that we did was to scale things up. We took those 5,000 followers and we duplicated them in order to make them followers on Facebook and Instagram. Now, this campaign is running on these days, and this is what we call data transportation. We're trying to get data from one source, from one call to action ad, and then we're transferring it into Facebook likes, Instagram followers, etc., etc. It's very, very dynamic, and it's very different for every kind of a different record label that we work with. Once again, the A/B testing in here is the crucial part. This is how the ads themselves look like on our side. And to be honest, we didn't know what ad would be the winning ad only after a week. Now, this is the reason that we also like to work with low budgets. It allowed us the option to work with budgets that goes from $5 per day to all the way $20 and $25. These are like small budgets per day, but it brought us so much value for money that in the end of the day, we decided that we want to leave this campaign on for a while, low key. This campaign ran for almost 3 or 4 months, and it brought the label so much impact that in the end of the day, we were paying only for almost 8,000 followers, but we end up getting to 13,000, almost 14,000. Now, as you can see, the music that they have obviously in their playlist are just like artists that are signed into the record label itself. And this is how they can push also the label while they're pushing the artist individually. And that gives them the whole good foundation in order to build a good fan base. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any further questions, you can send us email or in our Instagram page. We hope to see you soon with us. Bye-bye.